So guys, if you're really trying to lock in your nutrition, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth that no one wants to really talk about. You can really eat whatever you want, but I think the closer you get to eating whole foods, healthy whole foods, and the simpler you keep your diet, the better the chances are that you're gonna meet your goals. And the best way to simplify your diet is gonna be to limit the amount of foods or ingredients that you purchase and consume. I've tested a lot of different diets. I've tested and researched about keto, paleo, carnivore, and honestly, this works the best for me and it keeps me lean at 43 years of age. It keeps me energized. $200.69. Let's talk about it. All right, so first things first, I never put my food on the floor. One of my clients, like 15 years ago, taught me this. She was from India. She taught me never put your food on the floor because food is sacred, floor is dirty, so never put your food on the floor, which complicates things when your island is, or peninsula I should say, is quite small. Next house is gonna have a much, much bigger island, I promise. So let's get started. This is the actual grocery haul that keeps me lean all year round. There are a few things that are missing from this haul, which, because I already had it. I already had a stockpile of, for example, like rice, fish, and this also has a few extra items that I normally wouldn't buy, but I have some special occasions coming up, and I also bought a few of the essentials that I need, like baking soda and a few snacks for my son. So the number one thing to consider here is that if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain muscle, if you're trying to get in shape, whatever your goal is, you need a plan, okay? And what I've come up with that works for me, my clients, my family, my friends, the ones that are willing to listen, is simplification and clarity of your diet will beat tactics that you see online. So before we get into all that, let me just show you what I actually bought today. I'm gonna be completely transparent and I'm gonna tell you the reasoning behind some of these purchases, okay? Let's get started. Here's the receipt for proof. I don't know if you can see that, I'll take a picture. It's $200.69 and we're gonna get started. So I have dates, apples, 3 packs of hard-boiled eggs. I usually get these at Publix or Whole Foods so I can get pasture raised, but this is what they sell at Trader Joe's and it's basically cage-free. I prefer the pasture raised, organic and all that, but when I can't, I can't. I was already at Trader Joe's. I'm not gonna make another trip. We gotta be efficient as well. So this is something that I normally don't buy, but I do like to stockpile so that it's ready for emergencies or for when I need to carb up and bulk up as well. So I have some pasta, sun-dried tomatoes. This is a staple. This is my go-to snack. It's Parmesan cheese. Open it up, take a bite, full of protein and fats. Basil for the pasta. Organic raspberries, because I didn't have any blueberries, which is my go-to. We've got some sirloin steak. And I only bought 1 pack because I'm gonna have to go to Publix at some point to get ground beef. I don't like the ground beef at Trader Joe's. They only have 85/15, and for some reason, let me know if you've had this experience at Trader Joe's. I've tried a few times. Every time I get the ground beef at Trader Joe's, it has like bone in it, or cartilage, or whatever, I don't know. It's something crunchy, I refuse to buy it. This is also something I rarely buy, but prosciutto di Parma. This is for my son, for his school lunch. I don't know if he's the only kid in the world that takes prosciutto di Parma with a parmigiano for lunch. Frozen blueberries for smoothies. These are tiny bags. I usually get them at Publix or Whole Foods. They got the big bag of wild blueberries. And then since they didn't have the ground beef, and I don't know if I'll have time this week, or for at least the first few days, I bought some organic, boneless, skinless chicken breast, which I usually put in the crock, in the Instapot, with some peppers, onions, and garlic, and just make a shredded chicken that I can use in other dishes, like making empanadas, or like a chicken pot pie sort of deal. All right, 1 down, 5 to go. Okay, so here are all my fruits. Okay, I go heavy on the fruits. Banana is the #1 snack in the world. It has its own packaging. It's easy to transport, store. It's great. I buy a lot of them, and if I don't eat them all, I'll freeze them. Jalapeno, I rarely buy jalapeno, but I saw it, I could not resist. onion because I'm gonna be making the shredded chicken, garlic for the shredded chicken as well, mince because I am single and ready to mingle, dates, more dates. These big ones, these are, in my opinion, a lot more, sweet, they're tastier than these, but they're also like stickier and inconvenient when you're on the run. So these are for snacking on the run. I just grab the bag, pop them in one at a time. These are more for when I'm home, breakfast. Combine them with butter or with cheese. It's a great snack, great for breakfast as well, with some fruit and egg. We got a couple limes, because I add lime to my water, not every day, but every couple of days. And I also like to have honey and lime a couple times a week. I think it helps to keep the doctor away. We got mango. I think I got 3 mangoes. They're in the other bag. Then we got some avocados for some healthy fats. These are a must. And my son absolutely devours these. He'll eat a whole avocado with an arepa. So arepa with avocado. We call it cate, aguacate, cate. Since he was little, he used to say cate. And then this is something new for me. It's natural gum. So it's made from tree sap. And the reason for this is just for the gym. And let me tell you, it really does help with focus and concentration. And it also suppresses the appetite. I get really hungry at the gym. So I pop a piece of gum in and I can get through the workout. All right, this bag here, let's get this guy out of the way. This guy has orange juice for my son. I'll have a cup here and there with him, but it's really just for him. Then organic whole milk, mostly for a midnight snack and for my coffee in the mornings. Then this, I'm not a huge fan of rice cakes, but I kind of needed a pre-workout snack that is easy, and this with peanut butter, honey, and banana is the easiest I could find. This is probably the one thing that I should not have purchased, but they're so fucking good. These are the fig and olive crisps. Okay, here we got the rest of the mangoes. 1 and 2. This bag out here. Then we have the Japanese sweet potatoes, which are delicious. Probably my favorite. And I only buy a few because I already have regular sweet potatoes up here. And I also have, if you're wondering what's up here, I got plantains that are maturing and they're almost ready for my son. He loves plantains. And then we got 2 papayas, which is one of my favorite fruits. Also, just like the banana, it basically comes in its own container. Slice it up, take out the seeds, and you can eat it with a spoon right out of the skin. And then for that shredded chicken, a shallot. Shallot is basically a combination of an onion with a garlic. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's really, really, really good. That's what they look like. All right, this is probably also something else that I'd rarely buy, but I've been having more yogurt bowls, like Greek yogurt, which is not here because I already have 3 containers of it from my last trip to Publix. But I've been eating the Greek yogurt without anything like crunchy, and it's not the same. So I added a little bit of granola for a little bit of crunch, and I like the one from Trader Joe's. This one is grainless, and it's got like, the ingredients are not that bad. It has coconut oil and coconut flakes. So now here are a few things that I like to have in the pantry for emergencies and just for quick dishes like pasta sauce. This is like a marinara. So I keep that in the pantry. I usually buy 1 or 2, but I think I have one already open in the fridge. Same with this. This is something that's kind of new for me, but it has been a lifesaver, especially when you're trying to make sure that you get enough protein. So tuna, I like these from Publix because they're wild caught, 100% line caught, and the taste is really good. But I was already at Trader Joe's, so I got these, whatever. I mean, these are for emergencies. I'll have one here and there when I don't feel like cooking or I'm in a hurry. So yeah, 4 of these. I also get these wild sardines, also new for me. I know that I need to eat more omegas, and I also convinced my son to try them, and he actually kind of liked them. So that's always a win. Also for the pantry, this is not something I regularly buy, but I like to have it stocked up. Baking powder, so basically for pancakes for the most part, and also to clean my stainless steel pans. Peanut butter, so this is my first time trying the organic peanut butter from Trader Joe's. I usually get the one from Publix, which is right here, 1 ingredient peanut butter, no salt, no sugar, no oils. And I really like that one because it's thick. It's really thick. This I can tell it's gonna be creamy. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to like serve, but we're gonna give it a shot. So this is our dessert. It's 72% cacao dark chocolate. I tried the 100%, it tastes like shit. So my son loves chocolate. It's the only dessert we have really at the house. We don't really eat sweets for the most part. But when he wants dessert or when no one's looking, I'll eat some chocolate. And then these are really good, especially when you have a simple diet where in my case, I'll have like rice, meat, and tomatoes. Keep it super simple. You want to add some color. If you're eating rice and chicken all the time, which I try to avoid getting too monotonous with my diet, but adding some color and a little zest, a little pop here really does help. These are organic sangria tomatoes. What else? This is water. And I guess that's it. The last item is coconut water. I like the Zico brand, Z-I-C-O. To me, I like the story of that brand. I like the founder of the brand. He's got a great story, look it up. But since I was at Trader Joe's, I just got their coconut water. And when you do buy coconut water, just make sure that it has 1 ingredient, coconut water. Don't get fooled by the other brands, the cheaper brands that add sugar. You don't want that. Coconut water, that's all you need in a coconut water, right? Would make sense. So that's it. Everything else is just spring water, which I like to stock up for emergencies. I have a cabinet up there where I keep 2 or 3 bottles of spring water for emergencies, a bottle of sparkling water for emergencies, if you know what I mean. I also keep a bottle of whiskey up there, even though I don't drink. It was a gift, but it's there. Comes in handy when you have visitors. And so this is everything I bought here. So besides the ground beef, which I'm gonna get at Publix in a few days, and the Greek yogurt, which I already have, this is kind of what I buy on a weekly basis. I can go probably 7 to 10 days in between grocery hauls, but I'll always have to stop in for like banana and milk. So guys, if you're really trying to lock in your nutrition, okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth that no one wants to really talk about. You can really eat whatever you want, but I think the closer you get to eating whole foods, healthy whole foods, and the simpler you keep your diet, the better the chances are that you're gonna meet your goals. And the best way to simplify your diet is gonna be to limit the amount of foods or ingredients that you purchase and consume. I've tested a lot of different diets. I tested and researched about keto, paleo, carnivore, and honestly, this works the best for me and it keeps me lean at 43 years of age. It keeps me energized. I've had no health issues ever. So the way I break it down for myself, and you can do the same, is just pick 10 ingredients and here are the categories. So fruits is 1. Then we have milk. I consider that a 1, so that's 2. Eggs, 3. Avocado, 4. Dates, I consider them 5. Cheese, 6. Your protein source is, so it could be meat, chicken, fish, whatever it is, that's 7. Your carbohydrates and starches like potatoes, that's 8. In my case, I eat rice, that's 9. And the 10th ingredient is like Greek yogurt. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. So if you repeat that for 100 days, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a better chance of understanding how much quantity of each food you need to eat, how your body reacts to it. And honestly, most importantly for me, it simplifies this whole process. I don't want to overthink the whole grocery store and cooking and all that. We have things to do. We're busy. And if you're really efficient and you can automate this whole thing with a grocery delivery service like Instacart, even better. I mean, we have families, jobs, businesses. We have things to do. There is no need to really overthink this if you're a busy professional. So in order to simplify it, that's what I like to do. I have the 10 ingredients divided up into the categories. And for example, 1 week I'll stick to ground beef or meat, and maybe the next week it'll be chicken, and the next week it'll be fish. And when it comes to carbs, for a couple of days I'll do mostly potatoes, and the next few days maybe I'll stick to the rice or pasta. And then the next part of this is really understanding your macros for 100 days. If you can track your macros using a calorie tracker, you can track your protein, carbs, fats, and calories. just for 100 days. After that, you don't have to track it because you already understand how much of each food you need to consume, and you'll know the combinations that really satisfy your taste buds, satisfy your hunger, and satisfy your goals. So if you are struggling with your nutrition and you want a protocol to make it simple and bulletproof, I do have a nutritional reset protocol that I use a couple times a year to get me back on track depending on my goals for that season. I do have that protocol in the description below for you. It is basically a guide on how to simplify your diet so that you don't have to overthink it. It comes with worksheets that you can fill out and print out, put it on your fridge. It'll give you the grocery list and it'll give you your go-to dishes. If you're ever not sure what to eat and you don't want to ruin your reset protocol, just go to the sheet and you'll have your go-to meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I also include a healthy snack worksheet. I show you my healthy snacks, which are usually like dates, bananas, very simple whole food snacks that are going to keep you on track, because a lot of people struggle with snacking. Snacking will absolutely derail you from your nutritional goals. So grab that in the description below, and that is it. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know if this was helpful in any way, shape, or form. I said I would not record a video today, but I could not help myself because it was such a great opportunity to show you what an actual grocery haul looks like and what it costs. But now I'm in a rush because I gotta get to the gym and I am already hungry. So, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry, oh my God. This is why you can't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. It just doesn't make any sense. Peace.